Hey guys, welcome to our second ever robot reveal for Ri3D here on the Fun Robotics Network. And we are, as always, the FAM Robotics team, and this is our robot, Llama 2.
Okay guys, to get started, we're going to be talking about our mechanisms and giving you a bit of our overview of what we did for Ri3D. So, you've been hearing about our intake all week. This will be our intake, and like we said before, we decided to go with double wheels. We can see the top has a little bit of bigger wheels with a little bit more traction for our balls. We decided to go with spacing them apart. Ideally though, after a little bit of review, we would have rather gone with rollers that was consistent all the way along. Along with that, we had a little bit of an adaptation to the bottom roller. So before we used to have these be rollers, and now that we mounted it, we decided to go with churro and then just having the rollers be there for the simple fact of having a little bit more traction to be able to boot those balls all the way over. As you can see, we also added a little bit of plexiglass on top of here, and that is because when the balls were going up into our hopper, they would actually try to bounce back. So this way, the balls can hit this plexi and not be able to fall all the way forward. And we can still maintain those fuels in order to be able to score points with them later on in the game. Now, after intaking our balls, they go straight into our hopper. Our hopper is on a little bit of a slant toward our shooter. That is to create a little cave or tunnel system in order to be able to intake those into our shooter as feasibly as possible. We also decided to put high walls, although after a little bit of review, if we could have done it a different way, we would have expanded a little bit more on the sides after seeing where our climber is at. Lastly, our shooter. So after the balls are in the hopper, our shooter ramps up to speed and is able to intake the balls through all the way over and finally into our hub to be able to help us score points.
Our last mechanism on this robot that we're going to talk about is the climber. You might see that this is a new addition to the robot as we just got our metal CNC working. Basically, the entire idea of the climber is to, as you can see here, attach to the end of each pole, and using these two prongs, which are powered by this motor down here, rotate the robot and invert it so that the bumpers clear this strong, which grants you a high climb. Unfortunately, our climber was not able to work today. We did not have the proper chain tools, so we ended up snapping our chain in half, as you can see here. However, all of the dimensions and such are proper, and they do work within the constraints of the game. So if you do decide to go for this yourselves, make sure that you use a little bit of a thicker chain and obviously proper chain tools. Otherwise, you should be good.
Now, as for different iterations or what we would do different as a team if we had more than 3 days to build a robot, if we have, let's say, for say 6 weeks like everyone else does, we would do a couple tweaks. The first being, me personally, I would like to have an intake that would ideally follow the path that our current balls are doing by intaking them in, but instead having some sort of tower that stores the balls and can just dump them in from the top instead of from the bottom. Since this current intake shows us intaking balls from the bottom, it only gives us a limited space because you can only push balls so much into your hopper. But if you had a method that could intake your balls up here into like a tower and then dump them from the top, you could ideally store more. On top of that, me personally, I would also flip our shooter and make it a little bit more narrower, also have it follow some belts ideally, and then be on a pivot to be able to allow for more flexibility on where we can shoot from the field and from our position. Now, do you have any suggestions of what you would do differently?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you teams are going to have a lot more time to refine your designs, but The main thing that I would change with this robot is just material choice in a number of areas. Where material for the shooter is plexiglass, which is maybe not the best because it's not super rigid. And some of the plates here that we've machined are actually rather fragile, so I'd be cautious about using such thin material. And obviously the chain as well, not being strong enough. So just in general, upping the strength and reducing the weight of as many materials as possible.
Now, as first alum of UW-Madison, also known as FAM, we would like to give you guys good luck for this upcoming season for all teams, especially those who are going to be in their rookie year. And we wish you guys all luck, and you can take inspiration from our designs and other designs shared through the Fun Robotics Network. We look forward to seeing other designs and what you guys will do in this season. We're excited to see that.
Happy building.
Happy building.
Hey guys, if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons on the Fun Robotics Network to keep updated with all of the current robotics happenings, Ri3D robot revealed, behind the bumpers, all of these great robotics contents, and make sure to follow us on Instagram at First Alum of UW.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. Founded by First Alumni, FRC Tees understands what teams need. High-quality apparel fast. From t-shirts to jackets and more, with a free 14-day turnaround and faster options available, you can join 200+ teams who are already saving. Get a free quote by scanning the QR code or going to frctees.com. First Team SolidWorks is free for you. Design in 3D, build your robot, and gain the career-ready skills 80% of employers look for when hiring engineers. Get SolidWorks for your entire team when you go to solidworks.com/first.